going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Cryptoteacher and the new Road Order book. The new Road Order book is going to show you how the world works. It is definitely time to wake up out of your sleep in the times that we're in right now. Plus, guys, we know we're waiting on that next main event towards the end of the year. We had the first quarter event. Like I told you, that would happen. Don't forget, this is Shemitah year. And then also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's definitely time to re-educate. And also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. Do not forget I have the new World Order cryptos in my Patreon. Do your own research, but going inside of a bear market, you definitely want the cryptos that have real use cases. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And right now, we have Bitcoin and cryptos flat. We received the dump yesterday as expected. But we're going to have a great week this week. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, don't forget, we have CME to open Sunday night. But then, guys, we're going to roll into Thursday and Friday. And we know that Jerome is in the house. Plus, on the 29th, we have CME Euro, Bitcoin, and Ethereum futures launching. So, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, and we see that 10-year yield is almost at 3%. And I definitely see them pushing down yield rates going in towards the Jackson Hole meeting. And then also, guys, we have volume tether USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. The repo is still over $2.2 trillion. And then, guys, of course, like I stated, we have Jackson Hole Thursday and Friday. And we know what Jerome Powell is going to say. They're going to go off data, be data dependent. And we know they cause all this inflation by printing all this money. They cause the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. Now what's going to happen is they're going to start getting the reaction. Because the higher they raise the rates, the more they start shrinking this balance sheet. We see that companies are now planning on laying off. They're not going to take this 15% tax. These big corporations and big banks run the politicians. Why would they tax themselves 15%? Because you have to play the Hegelian dialectic. Now this gives them all the reason to lay off. So then therefore they can roll in the robots, algorithms, and drones that's going to pay each other with crypto while the sheep go inside the metaverse. Robots, algorithms, and drones are going to take humanity out the picture. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And then don't forget about Grayscale, moving down almost $2 billion. And remember, guys, if you're buying and selling hundreds of millions or billions, you're going to move the market. So make sure you're paying attention to the actual allocations. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have the FDIC issue cease and desist letters to FTX and a few other exchanges. And the FDIC wants them to make sure they inform customers that their funds are not protected by the FDIC. And guys, we know how old crypto is, and retail investors definitely should be protected. The on-ramp to most exchanges is fiat. The off-ramp to most exchanges is fiat. And the money is coming from most United States FDI-insured banks, and majority of the money that's going into the banks are FDI-insured. So there definitely should have been regulation for these exchanges to get FDI insured. But when it comes to the retail investor, it's so many ways for you to lose your money, and that is set up on purpose. The SEC should have been brought in regulation. But we see these institutional investors are definitely protected. Now we have FTX blocks Aztec network privacy DApp, calling it a high-risk mixer. And when we look at the funding rounds of these exchanges, majority of them were funded by big banks and big corporations. They're going to follow the rules of the regulators. They are not going to help protect your privacy. Now we have Jesse Powell, the CEO of Kraken, says that it may have been unconstitutional for the shutdown of Tornado Cash. And because crypto is so early, the masses don't care. They wouldn't care anyway because they care less about finance. But all the little things that they're eating away at privacy, we're going to look back on it and ask, what happened? What happened to all the freedom? Because part of the fourth industrial revolution, everything will get tracked. Now we have MTV introduces the Best Metaverse Performance Award category. And guys, for the fourth industrial revolution, we see our habits and language are being changed. Now we have Binance's CZ calls out some activity on FTX. Old orders being stuck and new orders going through. But on these exchanges, we see so much manipulation. But you can say the same thing for the actual stock market. And lastly, we have former executive Adam White of Coinbase and Bakkt joins Blackstone as a crypto investment advisor. And we know how the NWO moves the chess pieces. It's the same players going to the different companies because they know the goal, the fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Crypto Teacher Stock Channel, Crypto Teacher Stocks. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming, where everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the C-Red, the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Yashu and Grandma King save New York. Long COVID 33, Part 3. King Yashua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.